are old legends that talk of the place. It's a very special place. There is a crossroad here. Those who are chosen by the ancestors can communicate with death.
I will protect you.
Hello, I hope you're doing good. Basically, I have vowed not to spare you with any information that I think it's necessary for you to know. Why so is because when you get to know who you are, your chance of freeing yourself is higher. And this moment, I want to talk about the three different stages of man and the qualities of these different men. The three different stages of the creation of man and the essence of these three different men and the nature of these three different men. It is not intended to be a very long video, and it is also a follow-up to the lecture I had on the human and the God human. As we progress in life, it is therefore imperative that we begin to pay attention to the realities that are surrounding us. One of such reality is that the humans you see in the world are divided into three different categories. And these categories determine the essence of these different men. After the short explanation I will give to you, you will then have a good understanding why some people are the way they are, why some people are not the way others are. For starters, there are three different men, three different humans created with three different nature and with three different essence. Now, for you to understand better, I will come from the perspective of the Bible, even though so many other books point to this same reality. In the book of Genesis, man was created in three different stages. The first man was created in chapter 1, where he said, now God said, let us make man in our own image. And then he further said, he created he male and female. And then he left for this man the ability to multiply, dominate, replenish, and to feed off the natural things, the seeds, the herbs of this earth. Then going further, around chapter 2, and he said, he formed the dust, he formed man out of the dust and breathed upon him to tend after the garden. And then as it moves forward, it says, it was not good for this man to be alone. And having checked on everything that was created, he found no companion. Then this is the stage creation. He put man to sleep and took out of this man to form another personality. And this personality was for companion, which is pleasure. So this last set of person lacks proper reasoning and deep intellectual thinking and acting. His essence was for pleasure. Now you must note that while we go around saying that it is the creation of a woman, you must come to terms that in each of these stages they were created male and female. The first creation of man was complete, and that man was a man that had the image and likeness of God. Do not forget that he said, let us. The us there mean plural. That is to say, God needed more gods to be able to subdue the earth, multiply and replenish. So these men at this stage that was created were the gods, to stand in places where other gods could not reach. Then this other god created at the second stage was a god whose job was to be a laborer, to tend after the garden. And then this third man or human that was created was a human that is pleasure driven. Wow. The beautiful thing with this second human that was created is that he was a mixture of God, spirit, and a mixture of nature. But the first man was God in complete form, complete image, in complete spirit and everything. The third man was a pleasure-based man. Now, when you understand these three stages, you can basically look through the universe today and understand when and where these three stages of where the men created in these three different stages are present. Now let me give you the disadvantages. The man created for pleasure is easily bored, and then when he does not get the things that keeps him excited, he revolts. They create war, they create tension because they must be happy. You know that typical thing a woman would do when he does not longer get the kind of high pleasure that he used to get from his husband. From her husband, she begins to revolt and nag around the house, spoil things as much as the person can. That's how it is. So that man is chaotic in nature. This third man can be very attentive to responsibilities, can work, but his work was for work. The first man is a God person. The God person's work is to create, to multiply, to replenish. To multiply means to make more of what is, to be. To dominate means to put things in control. Things that are moving out of control to be in control. To replenish means to restore what has been lost. And then when you look at the different men in the world today who plays those roles, and those are the people that are referred to as ye are gods. Don't you know that ye are gods? Every other person below that first creation standard is not the gods we are talking about. These people are majorly animalistic in nature. A man who needs pleasure and then a pleasure tool was created for him, it's about in the same category. What I'm saying now can indict a whole lot of issues, but that is the truth. And I want you to understand that we are in the era where a lot of informations are coming out. Some of these you will not read in books. The Spirit will show you, will teach you, and you will be able to look at the people that are present around you so that you will know how to relate with each and every one of them. You see, the concept of this intermarrying is becoming quite alarming because the other people are trying to fine-tune their race with marrying the pure breed, the God in image, God in form, God in likeness humans, because they want to secure a place for themselves. But I am not giving you this information as a tool of war, but as a tool of self-awakening, for you to know your place in the scheme of creation, so that you will know your purpose and begin to function in that direction. If you are in the God race, you have to make sure that you leave nothing short of that standard. Loving must be key for you. Multiplication, dominion, and replenishing must be a standard for you. You see, when those people came in contact with the God people, they made a mandate that they must make sure that everything of us, the God image, God likeness people, must be replaced with everything that is not of us. Today, we are living exactly the opposite of who we were meant to be. Are we in Africa replenishing? The answer is no. Are we multiplying? The answer is no. Are we having dominion? The answer is no. This thing has been taken away from us. Are we eating of the natural things? The answer is no. We are running after processed food and drinks. Are we living the very life that we have been designed to live? The answer is no. We have fallen off the natural place of godliness and we have moved into the template of the person that was created for companion, for pleasure. And as such, in most cases, we start to behave like them, because when we don't have the things we ought to, we feel we should have, we begin to fight against ourselves. We cause war here and there. That is not who we are. And we need to wake up to this simple reality. We are the God in form, in image, in likeness, and everything. We are supposed to love. We are supposed to care. We are supposed to multiply. We are supposed to dominate. We are supposed to replenish. We are supposed to be in sync with nature. We are supposed to eat off the things that nature gives. We are supposed to treat ourselves with the things that nature gives. We are supposed to drink the things that nature alone gives. Anything from the lab is not our own. Be it food, be it drugs, be it clothes, be it everything is not our own. Here I am, we are wearing this kind of fabrics because the system to make us have our own natural fabric has been destroyed. The system to make us have our natural wines have been destroyed. But with this knowledge, I am certain that we will begin to raise that awareness that will eventually turn to an empowerment and then an actualization of the system that can actually make us well. I do hope that you use this video to upgrade yourself, put yourself together, so that you will make the best use of yourself. This is not intended for war, but for self-awakening. And it is not a problem that you find yourself in any of these 3 stages of creation. You obviously had a purpose. Perhaps you lost your purpose of creation. Hence, you have turned against every other form of human created. But this is a call that every one of us needs to be awakened, that the world can be beautiful if we all recognize who we are, recognize our place, and accept our place. Once again, this is Afeogo Obasi. I am bringing you vital information as promised, and I hope that you find this useful and apply it. Take care and see you in my next teaching. Bye for now.